Okay, we are recording. So we'll start the timer. I'll try not to say okay as much as I did. Ooh, there's the 4 hours from yesterday. I'll say, all right. Here we go. Today we're going to be looking at Quasimodo's strategy. Quasimodo is actually the name of the Hunchback from the novel The Hunchback of Notre Dame by Victor Hugo. Right. Hey, where's my timer? What is going on here? Why can't we open this? Okay, we'll just do one page at a time then. So something on page 5 is preventing the import. This is too much work. We're just going to use the snipping tool. Okay. Damn it. I said okay and I said I wasn't going to say whatever. So the first step in defining or identifying the Quasimodo level is to have the market break. So change my color to purple, not green. And the second step is to identify the previous higher high before the higher high that preceded the lowest low, which would be this one right here. He calls it the deepest higher high. And something I wish he included on this chart, although I'm sure it'll be mentioned in the example, is how exactly we come up with this range here. Can't draw. This range depends on the width or the height of the last full candlestick that formed the previous higher high in number 2, which is this one here. But we need to draw an arrow. Confusing myself. I'm actually going to add candle to make this clear. To sum up, a Quasimodo level is a additional supply zone, and to determine the Quasimodo level, we start with the market structure break, which would be step 1 here. Then we find the previous higher high. So not this higher high that preceded the lowest low, it would be the one before it. And then we take the body of this candle that created that higher high, and we stretch that out, and that forms the QML zone. So now I think we are ready for the example. I want to make a correction to something I said earlier, because it appears I misunderstood him. So when determining the Quasimodo level, we can actually use the wicks in addition to the body of the candle that makes the previous higher high. So we'll correct that. Aha. Use the body? No. Use the body. The wicks. The stroke path tool is really useful for creating very clean lines and curves. You can see there. That might be a bit thick for me. Stroke path. Go to this 2. You get what I mean. Color of the candlestick does not matter. I will add that over here. So in this case, it's green candlestick because we opened here and we closed a little bit higher, but very well could have been a red candlestick as long as the wick comes up to form the highest point. Then that's what we use.
However, think about 10 wooden sticks together and try to break them into pieces. Can you do it?
Okay, I'm gonna get more coffee. And we're back.
Helping course. I hope that I can help.
That concept isn't too difficult to understand. Let's see if we can do another one before we head over to the charts. The breaker block strategy, just so we stick to the same playlist, see if we can find it here. We're going to skip video number 10 because I think it's just him doing some live examples. We're more interested in the theory right now. My music stopped. I knew something was wrong. Slowing down. I need constant dubstep and electronic music to keep my brain working. Okay, I'm gonna have to make a special note of this song. Uh, trying to bring it into the final video so you can listen to it. Very catchy. Like, it's pretty cool. So he publishes Mark Kaplan his videos under the Creative Commons license, which is why you can download them if you want, as opposed to the YouTube standard license, which I don't know, gives YouTube all authority over your content. Every failed quarter block is actually a breaker block. If we paraphrase this, we can say a breaker block is a failed quarter block. Now I can see why this is the break, but I'm not sure why this is the break of structure up here. Because we're in an uptrend, yeah, we're moving up. And then we start moving down. But what makes this level so significant? Unless it's just the previous higher high. Wow. Lowest low. Higher high before it. Break. Or I guess that would be down here. I understand. This is just another way of looking at standard market break. And instead of just having one big entry area, which is what we started off with, from here. So, for a inverse of this chart, we can apply to this chart. Let's just add some. So I added a few things to his figure to make it more clear to myself what's going on and exactly what a breaker block is. So we have the standard bearish market structure break. We have a series of higher highs, the deepest higher high, higher low that precedes the deepest higher high, which is our break point. And then when we break that here, this becomes a supply order block, the body of the candle that preceded the movement down to the break. I also threw in an imbalance here. So I guess this area would be the so-called dragon fruit entry, maybe, I don't know. But that makes what a supply breaker block represents more clear, and its relationship to the entry zone as a whole. So the supply breaker block just becomes a possible area where price might return to and then continue into a new direction, as opposed to another scenario which I drew in this darker yellow, where price manages to go through the supply breaker block into the imbalance, or even all the way up here, the supply order block, and then, comes back down. But now I've drawn so much on the chart that kind of lost focus. We should be looking at this box right here. That's what it's all about. So I'm going to change its color purple. And I suppose that's why it's called a breaker block, because it forms on the break. Why can't I type? Come on here. Oh, I see. Wrong keyboard. The international keyboard. You hit the apostrophe, or it'll wait in case you wanted to type an accent mark. Which really confuses me sometimes, so I'm gonna go back to English United States. That's what we're working with. Maybe I'm just dumb as a doornail, but it takes me a while to really understand what's going on. It can be difficult, from such a very informative video. But I find when you can get to the end of these kinds of videos, you feel great. You're like, wow, that made perfect sense. And then 5 minutes later, you're like, wait, what did he say? Breaker block? What's that? Um, this music sounds copyrighted. I guess not. I don't know. I hear vocals and I think copyright. So we'll say, what is a breaker block? It's failed supply or demand order block. Then I'll say, in an upward direction, if price breaks through the demand order block, it flips into a supply breaker block. See if I can find a more trite way of wording that. I will also add to the downside so that I can contrast it with to the upside. I'm going to make another pot of coffee, so I'll be back, pausing the timer. 1 hour and 42 minutes. Wow, we are trucking along. And we're back. I think we are ready to see an example. We have break structures all the time, as long as an uptrend or a downtrend is playing out.
Now I demand order block.
And I might have already said this, but for a break structure to occur, you can just use the candlesticks or the candle wicks that we have here. So when I removed the black background the first time I brought this figure in, I also removed the order breaker blocks that he had drawn because they're so dark. So I didn't actually include this information before, but what we actually use to chart the breaker block is the body and wick of the candle that precedes the breaker structure here before the next break, I guess. So it would be this candle here. And what he says in the transcript is the last red candlestick that starts the move is our order block. So that's what he means. Identity. What am I trying to type here? Identify. Identity. Identity. Identify a breakup structure. So that would be here. It would be here. Take the body of the candle. So for this next example, he identifies a few elements that suggest that this pattern is likely to play out for a particular The first one, a weak break of structure. If we come here, well, I'll bring it up on camp. Give me a second. The first one, weak break of structure. Here we see that we only have wicks that are creating the highs. Pretty significant too, in comparison to the body of the candle. That would be element number one, and that suggests it could be a stop hunt, which is large market participants looking to trigger the stop losses of weaker and less well-informed market participants. Okay, and the second element is a strong break below the failed demand order block, which would be here. So we can see we are breaking down with this massive candle as opposed to, a gradual trek down. Element 3, an imbalance near the failed demand order block. And the imbalance here would be around here, maybe all the way up to here. Which acts as a magnet to pull the price back up to the supply breaker block that just formed. And the fourth element is a accompanying support and resistance flip, which I guess would be this line here. If I can draw it. What's going on here? And then coming up to it again as resistance. So yeah, those are the four elements of a strong breaker block pattern. That's pretty neat, hidden up here in the corner of this diagram. The imbalance is actually at the very top of the wick of this green candle. Perhaps all the way up to the top of this candle. I'm not sure, but definitely this area. Or maybe not because of this candle here. I haven't saved my notes once since I started 2 hours and 45 minutes ago. That's a rookie mistake, and you hate to see it. Save. I won't use profanity. Save your stuff. Okay, I don't think I have time for another topic, so we'll jump over to the charts. Okay, let's turn off all these indicators. We're gonna do things with the naked eye. This is actually very relaxing. My notes: break structure, price breaks below, or in this case it would be above the previous high slash low. In this case it would be the high, which would be here. So let's draw a nice pretty line. Color do we want to make it? Orange, that's cool. Oh, we're doing this totally wrong. Well, in hindsight, it's wrong. We know the chart's going up. This could just be a standard breaking structure. But we'll go ahead and mark out this demand order block and supply order block anyway. With the typical order block and the breaker block is that these lower lows are so close together, so whatever I draw is kind of both. Um, but let's see what else we see here. Just looking at this, I can see an imbalance. So we draw our imbalances in gray. This looks pretty good, actually. So if we had the market structure break here, um, and we notice these large imbalances, to take a long position somewhere within these imbalances. So let's go into the smaller time frame of 5 minutes. Actually, we'll do 1 minute. First, we'll make note of the time. The time is 21st at 20:30. 21st at 20:30. See that? You go to a smaller time frame and things just disappear. I don't want to hit the auto button because I don't know. I don't want to do it.